Hey there, welcome to day 114. We are reading Luke chapter 20, verses 1 through 26 today. And we see some passages that we've read in the other Gospels. So let's see if we can find something new today. So the first section in chapter 20 is about the authority of Jesus challenged. And the Pharisees, as he's speaking, are asking, by whose authority do you speak and by do you teach? And remember that Jesus does not answer them directly. He actually asks a question. And what he's in effect saying is that if you don't know the answer to this question, then there's no amount of arguing that will convince you, which of course irritates the Pharisees. But at the same time, he says, neither will I tell you by what authority I do these things. And so again, Jesus is concealing, kind of not showing his whole hand, because he doesn't want to give any foothold to these people who are basically trying to fight against him. And what it comes down to is that it all needs to be in his timing. So if he does things, even if he knows, even if he wants to share the right answer, he knows that there's an order to do things. And if he says too much too early, it will disrupt the purpose of his ministry. So then we see the parable of the wicked tenants again. And remember that this is a parable that's showing the Pharisees again in a poor light, and of course they don't like that. But he says toward the end of this parable, the stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. And this is actually a prophecy that's written in the Old Testament. And whenever I think of this cornerstone, it reminds me kind of Jenga. So we know that basically there's one piece that when you pull it, the whole tower will come crumbling down. And if we picture that piece as Jesus, so basically if Jenga represents Christianity as a whole, if we take out the piece of Jesus, then it all comes crumbling down. And so Jesus is that cornerstone that holds the whole thing together. And that's what he's saying here, is that he's going, prophecy is saying he's going to be rejected. But it says in verse 18, everyone who falls on that stone will be broken to pieces, and when it falls on anyone, it will crush him. So again, showing the power and the importance of Jesus for the purpose of being the Messiah. And then we have that the scribes and chief priests are trying to catch Jesus in saying something that will allow them to either arrest him or have him killed, etc. And so they try to catch him in this idea of paying taxes to Caesar. And so what we've talked about before is while it's normal today for us to pay taxes, back then this was more about the Roman government trying to take over the Jewish people, and that was obviously not looked upon very well. And so we see that they're sending spies basically to try to catch Jesus in asking the question. And Jesus says that if Caesar's picture is on it, then give to Caesar what is Caesar and give to God what is God's. And it says, and they were not able in the presence of the people to catch him in what he said, but marveling at his answer, they became silent. So again, Jesus shuts them down. But it does remind us of something else, that we are citizens of both our country, but we are citizens of God's kingdom. And so we do have to respect the authority of our country. And there's not always going to be things we agree with or people in power that we agree with, but God does call us to respect that by paying taxes, etc. So just a little food for thought today. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and that as you read through this passage, that I'm just praying that you will see the majesty that is Jesus and the authority that Jesus holds. So hope you have a great day. Bye.